Hey guys, welcome back to Doug's Basement Workshop. I'll be drinking a lot of coffee. I'm getting over being sick. So, if you've been to auctions, yard sales, you'll often find old saw blades, and this is a truly old saw blade. It is covered in pit marks and looks horrible on the surface, and even after I cleaned it and scrubbed it and all this fun stuff, it still looks horrible. But I threw a coat of orange spray paint on it because I love orange and yellow, as you'll see in other videos of mine. And I just wanted to try it out and see how it worked. And this one says, "A cut above the rest, Doug's Basement Workshop," and it's going to hang on the wall behind me because, you know, I'm so modest that I had to make a sign like this. This came out really well, and this is just Krylon spray paint that I used. I just used a wire wheel, clamped it down with a drill. It didn't take long at all to get this thing ready. Guys, this shows a lot of potential for other projects, and I have a woodworking shop here. I have lots and lots of saw blades that if I cleaned all the surface and got them all nice and pretty and paint them, it may not have that rusted pitty marks that make it look so rustic. But I think there's some potential to this project, guys. I would love to hear what you would like to see next on this. My first thought was to paint it, mask it off, and score the letters. And then peel the letters off and spray paint again. And basically I'd be able to make colored letters and colored scenes. And with the idea of scoring instead of engraving, well, yeah, I can get the pretty black from this. Other ones are going to come out silver, whatever color the metal is. I don't know if this turned black because of the color of the metal or if this turned black because I was lasering off the paint. And that's something we'll have to experiment with the next one. But this is kind of fun, guys. So if you have some old saw blades or know someone who has old saw blades, you know, put a message out on Facebook Marketplace. You're looking for an old saw blade. I'm sure you'll get a list of people who want to sell you one for a couple of bucks. Or give them away for free. So, here's an idea for you guys. Go laser one, see how it comes out. Alright, remember, like, subscribe. The next thing you'll see is me working on making this saw blade. Alright, enjoy your day, guys. Laser on. Hey, guys. Alright, so for this part, we're getting the saw blade cleaned up. I'm just using some cheap wire wheels from Harbor Freight because I don't need anything really fancy for this. Now in my shop we have many drills. Sorry for the wind. We have a lot of drills kicking around, and some of them are cheap. This is an old Ryobi, and this is a drill that we use for stuff that we're pretty sure is going to damage it. This isn't really going to hurt my drill much. My battery powered drills, I go through way too much battery power, and you don't want to run battery powered drills for a long time. So you have a plug-in drill. This is a corded one. This is your ideal thing. You don't need a new drill. You don't need a fancy drill. Any drill is going to do for this. And all we're doing is just taking the rust off the saw blade. And you see I've already been working on this. This part here we still have to do. It's not super shiny yet. We're going to keep grinding away at it and then wipe it down. We just need it good enough that we can put some paint on. Alright, so I'm going to turn it, clamp it back down, and show you how I do it. So yes, guys, I did have my safety glasses on. You saw I did put a pair of gloves on when I was working. They do make a brass wheel as well. It doesn't really matter what kind of wire wheel you get. Pretty much any of them are going to do for what we're doing. And again, nothing special. I'm going to take this in, wipe it down, and probably heat it up a little bit to make sure it dries without rusting again. And we're done.
And we're going to put a coat of paint on it, and into the laser it'll go. Pretty quick, pretty easy project here, guys. Let's see what's next. See how this actually turns out. You know, all this work, I really do hope it works out.
Alright guys, I'm going to assume that during my intro I've already told you how much I like this little project, and hopefully it's turned out the way it was supposed to. So, we didn't actually have to design this outside of the Glowforge. We managed to do it all right here inside the Glowforge. And I just created my own settings. And to create your own settings, you click on the thing you want to engrave, click on your engrave. You can go down to custom and create your own custom settings. I have one that's called test, and I always have test here for whenever I want to create a new file. Now my focus height for this is 2.7, and I'm going to engrave at 80 and speed of 90. I'm going to hit save, and that's changed all of my tests that I have selected here. So to do this, I went over here, I created a text box and typed in whatever you want to. Now to line stuff up, there's any way you want to do it. We lined it all up with the center of that circle of the saw blade, and just resize it to whatever size you want. Now I'm guessing there's a way to curve text, but I haven't found it yet. I really don't know what that is. So we'll keep working on figuring that part out. But for now, this looks pretty cool. I wanted to go with something that was easy to read from a distance and something that would show up okay on camera, since we're probably going to hang this on the wall behind me. And hopefully this orange paint is going to burn off and be black. That's kind of my hope here. But I'm sure you know how it's going to turn out before I do, since you're going to see the intro where I have this finished. So yes, this is a completely in the Glowforge project. Nothing was needed from outside of the Glowforge software to do this today. And it looks like we shifted just a little bit. I'm just going to move the basement part up some. Alright, 23 minutes. That's not too bad. I'm going to go set up the camera and we will let this one burn. See how it comes out. How long do you think till that falls off? Give it a week? It's pretty tight. Camera's on.